And hello again, everybody. Welcome to West Georgia Wolves Women's Basketball Weekly. Coach Shatil Bradford with us today. Looking back at last week, a tough, close battle against one of the top 10 teams in the country, then a big come-from-behind victory on Saturday against Christian Brothers, and the same two teams sitting in front of us. Coach, I know the Union game had to be frustrating. We did so many things well for so long, but kind of ran into a brick wall there in the last 6-7 minutes.
Yeah, it was tough. And honestly, going back and watching it kind of hurts a little bit just because we were right there. I think that just going into this week, we just got to fine-tune some things and make sure that we can manage to handle it for 40 minutes and not just 35.
It was interesting Saturday because I didn't know if we were in a fog or whatever. I think it was the opponent. They just came out and hit so many shots early. We had to run uphill all day, but we never stopped running.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing about this team when you have so many seniors. They never give up because they understand the game's never over until the clock goes off. And I think especially Christian Brothers, like you said, they came in and they were really hot right off the bat. And it was nice that we didn't go so far down that we couldn't come back up. And so we just kept eating at it and kept eating at it until finally we could just take the lead. And I think that was the key in that, being able to come back from behind and not getting too down on ourselves.
That has to be a tough matchup. CBU is a small team, but everybody can shoot it. They have matchup problems, but they also create matchup problems, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, it's a pro and a con all at the same time. What team can match up with that? I mean, their 5 was shooting threes. That's who hit the first 2 for them. So it's a bit of a challenge, but I think it's good for our players because now we don't have to worry about who's guarding who. Everybody shoots. That's all you need to know.
And it probably, we'll see in just a moment, we'll kind of get into it, might help us as far as game planning and getting ready for the rematch this week. Also in the CBU game, Aisha Harris went over 1,000 for her career. She's been such a fixture here, 4 years on the floor, plus the year rehabbing that knee that when she hurt in the exhibition game. Obviously one of the favorites a lot of us have had in this program. So proud for her.
Yes, it's an exciting moment. I mean, anytime a player can reach that goal, that mark in history, I think it's always exciting. I just love the fact that it happened and she kept going. I don't think she had time to celebrate until after the game. She's like, where's the game ball? Where's the game ball? So I just like the fact that it was still team first.
That's the way she's played since the day she got here, too.
Right.
And it was so funny. She looked embarrassed when they made the announcement on the PA. I mean, absolutely embarrassed.
I don't think she was quite ready for them to make the announcement. I think she was thinking maybe it was going to be at the end of the game or something like that. But it was good.
Well, last Thursday we pushed Union to the brink, couldn't quite close the deal. And guess who's sitting in front of us Thursday night at Delay Gymnasium? The Union Bulldogs again. What do we got to do this time to make it a 40-minute deal?
I think we just have to fine-tune some things. I think now you know exactly who you're playing, and so there's no surprises. Not much is going to change between now and Thursday. So we just have to come out and try to play our best basketball because now you're not playing on your home court. You're playing on someone else's home court. So you have to play even better than you did last week. So that's the goal.
Such a challenge playing in that building. Our kids seem to like challenges, though, don't they?
I think they do. They keep racing my heartbeat a few times on these games. But I think it's nice playing in that type of environment, just like when we played in Valdosta. I think they love the fact that it's so much crowd out there and people rooting against them that it really motivates them.
I think also maybe, tell me if I'm wrong, seniors have been there. They know what it is and what it isn't. And freshmen don't know any better.
Don't have a clue, but guess what? They're going to find out this week, and I'm excited for it.
Let's turn that one 2 days later because we won't be back until after that one when we get ready for next week. Christian Brothers, again, Canali Arena has been a house of horrors for us. What's the key to playing well against that team and that building and coming out with a W?
I think one thing for sure, we're just going to have to limit their amount of threes that they're going to get up. I think that's a goal for them. They want to get up so many threes a game, and we need to limit that. And that's going to be the thing for us, making sure matchups are in our favor and that we can expose them for their matchups, and trying to really maximize on every possession.
Anything different you got to do on a long road trip? Sometimes we go an hour or 2 hours to Huntsville or Montgomery or shorter or Lee. This one is 6 hours to Union and then go another hour to get over to Memphis on Friday. We've already been through that a little bit going to Valdosta, Pensacola. Is it different on the kids?
I think it's different just because they're not in their regular routines. The big thing for them is just making sure that they eat right on the road and taking care of themselves. And we try to motivate them to do that while we're on the road. I try to plan out as much as the meals as possible, but it's ultimately up to them and making sure they get the right amount of sleep and trying to get in a simple routine for themselves.
That sounds like a good way to go. Coach Bradford, best of success. We'll see you up in Jackson Thursday and in Memphis on Saturday.
Awesome.
West Georgia Wolves basketball, we tip at 7 o'clock against the Union Bulldogs on Thursday night, 2 o'clock on Saturday against the Lady Bucks of Christian Brothers. For Coach Shatil Bradford, I'm Mitch Gray saying thank you for joining us, West Georgia Women's Basketball Weekly, and of course, as always, go Wolves.